All right, welcome back to the Aorus Gigabyte Workshop. We're back here in PC Building Simulator, and this is in version 1.9. If you guys didn't see my last video, we toured this, the Aorus Gigabyte Workshop. Be sure to check it out because it's pretty interesting. It's not just what you see up here. There's actually a second floor, and it's pretty interesting. You can do some things with this robot Gundam thing, and I was pretty surprised to see exactly what they had in it. So go and check that out if you haven't. But right now we're going to talk about PC Building Simulator version 1.9, which just dropped, and it dropped and provided us with the DLC update to have this workshop, but it also introduced a bunch of other stuff, which we're going to talk about right now. And I actually realized in my other video, I kind of like hinted at a bunch of them, because like a bunch of them are here, you know, like some of the motherboards. Actually, no. That might not be true, actually. I don't know if there were any new Aorus motherboards, but there's a bunch of new parts. We're going to go through the parts, we're going to go through some of the other changes, and we're going to check it all out. So I'm going to start with what has changed outside of parts. So they've made some changes to the esports expansion, just small changes, just if you want to make the difficulty a little easier, which I don't because I'm not a coward. But if I was a coward, you can now disable arena timers, so there's no like countdown. I haven't really felt like it was that hard if you just kind of work through it. You can get free postage, so shipping is free. That would be awesome, but also would be a little too easy. You can have extra budget if you're somehow not making it happen, though I haven't really had issues with budget. If you just are kind of like remotely sort of smartish, I'm not that smart. You can generally get through with the budget just fine. It hasn't been a big deal. And then also you can show hidden objectives. So I assume like show hidden objectives like on the PC like objective list. So I assume like the ones that you get in text messages, you could show like on the computer if you have trouble keeping track. So yeah, those are cool. So there's little enhancements to the esports expansion that are cool. They also added some stuff here in the inventory. This is super exciting, actually. If you see it, this little filter right here, because you can, well, this is a terrible screen. You really can't filter here. But like if we go to graphics card, without revealing too much of what's in the update, you can filter, and instead of just having to search all the time, you can do filters in here, and it's really great. So like, what if we only wanted to look at GTX 1000 series cards? Cool, we check that. Boom, GTX 1000 series cards. Super cool. You can also do like condition of used and new, which would be really helpful in the campaign. You can, yeah, lighting, do ones that are multi-GPU compatible. You can filter RAM. I think you can even like set, yeah, min and max for like wattage. So that's super cool. It's really helpful. Graphics cards, you can do like length. That would also be crazy helpful to be able to go in here. Oh, my case only fits, you know, 200, 300 millimeters or less or whatever. So you could do that, which is super cool. So really good feature there, and then you can just clear the filter when you're done. So that's like a really nice little quality of life thing that I'm actually kind of happy about. So I'm trying to think if they added anything else besides that. Those are kind of like the big things outside of parts. There's of course like the usual, you know, bug fixes and stuff. Nothing like too groundbreaking, earth-shattering as far as that goes. So let's get into the parts. Let's get right into it. And we're going to start by building a computer. So we are going to start with cases, because we're going to build a whole computer all from new parts, I guess. Let's do it. Sounds fun. So we can scroll all the way to the bottom. We can see the only new case is the bequiet PureBase 500 and also the 500DX. But there's multiple variants. Basically, there's a black, a white, and a metallic gray, and they come in a solid side panel version, a black window, or a window version, sorry. And then the DX, I think just is kind of the same. The side panel is a little different. It's got, you know, beveled corners, and then the front panel has like RGB on it. So yeah, that's the new case, the only new case in the 1.9 update. But we're gonna build with the PureBase 500DX. Hopefully. There it is. Okay. Whoa. What is causing these magical reflections? Wow. What is that, ray tracing? Whoa. Jeez, it's not ray tracing. Just you know, it's not ray tracing. Wow, it is extremely dark in here. Can I have some light? This is a really dark workshop. Is this like a really dark workbench? Oh my gosh, this is a really dark. What? This just seems so much darker over here. Like, this is dark for me. It's going to be really dark on the video. Okay, well, if we pull the back panel off, is it a little... Yikes. Okay, well, that's really, really dark. Wow, this workshop is super... Okay. So it looks like it comes with a couple Be Quiet fans, a couple Pure Wings 2 140, both 140 mils. I'm gonna take this front panel off. Oh, it's got mesh. Ooh, so it's like, I think it's RGB, but it's also got mesh. We've also got some dust filtration behind it. It is so dark. It actually looks better in my recording, I think, than it does on my screen. So that is really good because it seems so dark to me. Okay, we're gonna pull the dust filters out. I might leave the case fans. Maybe we'll add a couple more. Oh, we've got 3. What am I doing? There's another one. There's another Pure Wings 2 140 mil. Dang, 3 fans, 3 nice fans. That's exciting. Got dust filtration up top. We've got a little Be Quiet beauty panel here. I'm not sure exactly. Something for like, we've got drive bay for, looks like probably just like 2.5 inch drives. It's hard to tell. It's extremely dark. Okay, let's get into motherboards then. So motherboards, what we've got with the motherboards here is quite a few new motherboards, especially from MSI. So let's scroll all the way down. What's great is that usually when they do these updates, you can pretty much always scroll to the bottom and find them. So we already had the MSI Meg X570 Godlike. It's an absolute beast board, ridiculous, super expensive. But these are new. We have new boards from ASUS ROG in the STRIX B550F and the STRIX B550E gaming and gaming Wi-Fi. I guess this one doesn't have Wi-Fi. Though it looks like it has a little connector for the antenna, so maybe it does. So that's obviously our AM4 Ryzen B550 level boards. And then we've also got new Intel boards. I think these are our first B460s in the games in the MSI Mag B460 Tomahawk and the MSI Mag B460M BAZOOKA, which despite being called a bazooka is a micro ATX board. It isn't really that big. It's kind of weird. We also have the MSI Mag Z490i UNIFY. So a mini ITX Z490 board. I think that might be the first small form factor Z490 we have. I'm not exactly sure, but that's pretty sweet. I love me some mini ITX boards. We've also got the MSI MPG Z490 Gaming Carbon Wi-Fi, the MSI MPG Z490M Gaming Edge Wi-Fi, that's a micro ATX board. The MSI Prestige X570 Creation, despite looking in this picture like a micro ATX board, it's actually just a super fat boy eATX board. It is so wide that in the thumbnail it looks like a small form factor board. Super weird. And that's obviously Ryzen. And we also have a Threadripper, a 3rd gen Threadripper board here, our first from MSI, I think. The TRX 40 Pro Wi-Fi. And then one more MSI X570A Pro. Now, if we go back to the Z490s and the B460s, those are exciting because they are LGA 1200 socket. So that's right, that's our first of Intel's new socketed motherboards in the game, which means if we transition over to CPUs, which we can't quite yet because I'm going to install this first, but let me install one. Which one should we do? The Z490. This one. We're going ATX. Yeah, I'm not doing a small form factor in this. This will look good. Okay, so we're going with the Z490 Gaming Carbon Wi-Fi. It's very shiny in here. It looks nice. Actually, Rick's, like the art on it looks very sharp. Sometimes these look a little, that actually looks pretty convincing. Ray tracing, right? No. Okay, so we can go to CPUs. Let's transition over to CPUs because, as you'd expect, we now have 10th gen Intel in the game. But before that, let's also show what else we've got from Team Red before we go to 10th gen Intel. Lots of things that are incompatible is what we have. This is new. So we have the Ryzen 3 quad-core, the 3100, as well as the quad-core 3300X. So that's our first Ryzen 3s of the Ryzen 3rd gen variant. So those are here. And then these here are new Ryzen XT series CPUs, the Ryzen 5 3600 XT, the 7 3800 XT, and the 9 3900 XT. Those are really just like binned, a little bit better clocked versions of the 3600X, the 3800X, and the 3900X. So those are here. They're not like super crazy, but they've been out for a little while, so they finally made it into the game. No Ryzen 5000 yet. Sorry. I mean, it is not actually out in real life yet, so we probably shouldn't expect that. But we've got, you know, these and the Ryzen 3s. So that's all the new CPU stuff we have as far as AMD goes. But then if we go to Intel, we've got the i9 10900K, the 10900, the 10700K, the 10700, the 10600K, the 10600, the 10500, the 10400, the 10320, the 10300, and the 10100. I didn't even know, to be honest. I have no idea what Intel's i3 lineup looks like because I don't really care, but there you go. 10100, 10300, 10320 if you want a little bit higher clock. And then 10400, 10500 for the i5, 10600. They have 3 different i5s. That's crazy. And 10600K, 10700. Yep. Okay, we're gonna go to the 10900K because you know what we're building. We're building something special. Something special. All right, let's go ahead, get our thermal paste on there, and actually, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this bequiet fan, because our CPU cooler is also new. And there's only one new CPU cooler added in the 1.9 update, and it's this, the ADATA XPG Levante. It's a weird name for that, but here it is. It's a 240mm AIO, and it's from XPG. That's our only XPG cooler in the game, I believe. Pretty interesting. Their fans are very strange. They look like they're designed by Batman. Kind of. Those are weird. Does that actually help airflow? Okay, anyway, that's what we got. It fits the theme. I mean, you gotta say, it really does fit the theme pretty well. So, all right, RAM. I probably might actually struggle to get RAM in here. Well, no, maybe it'll be nice to me. We'll see. We'll do a couple DIMMs here, and we've got 2 new RAM options in the game. So we'll scroll all the way down and try to stop before I show too much. I showed too much. Okay, our new ones here. Corsair Dominator Platinum Special Edition Contrast 8 gig. So it's a Corsair Dominator, but it's black and white. So that's kind of cool. It only comes in 1 speed, 3466 megahertz, and it's 8 gigs. So it's kind of interesting. It's Dominator, but it's like a white body with a black heat spreader. Kind of cool. And then we've got a bunch of variants of HyperX's Fury kits here, and that's, I think, HyperX's first memory in the game. And I will take it because I will always take more good-looking RGB RAM. So let's do that. Let's do a couple sticks of, maybe we'll do a couple sticks of 16 gig. And let's get fast as we can. The fastest is 3733 megahertz. So we'll go with a couple sticks of that in 6 gig flavor, 16 gig flavor, or, you know, maybe 16 gig flavor. Let's do that. It's this PC. Yes. So there you go. I'm curious to see what that looks like lit up. It actually doesn't look as cool right now with the stickers. Maybe it's looking a little bit like Sean's memory. You know that brand, like the weird generic. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how it looks lit up. I just don't love the sticker, but okay. What else? Power supplies, sure, you know, the least exciting part of the entire game, but we do have a couple new ones. We've actually got 2 new ones from Fractal, the Design Ion Plus and the Design Ion. Oh, they're all the same. Platinum? Wait, really? It said that there were 2. Am I crazy? Anyway, I don't know. They're power supplies. No one cares. But what's weird is that they're 560 watts, 660 watts, 760 watts, and 860 watts. So I don't know if Fractal just felt like they needed to outdo everyone by 10 watts, but there you go. You can have your 860 watt Fractal design power supply. Because 850 wouldn't do, but 860, that's what I need in my life. So we get that in there. I mean, they look fine. I don't know. It's a power supply, so if it provides power, I guess it's worth it. There's a weird gap going on in the case there. It's kind of strange. By the power supply, see that? It's weird. Anyway, okay. All right, what else we got? Storage? No new storage. So let's just slap a little bit of storage in here that I really don't care that much. This is just to get it to, you know, boot and stuff. So we can kind of do, I'm just going to kind of just randomly scroll this list forever. We'll do this one. This is a good one. Okay, so we got that. Storage is cool. No new storage, though. All right. Of course, we got graphics card. That can happen. I guess I'll show... There's a lot going on in graphics cards. I'll start with water cooling. We're not going to water cool this PC. The only addition in water cooling is 2 new water-cooled GPUs. There's no new radiators, no new reservoirs, no new CPU blocks, no new connectors, fittings, but we do have a couple new water-cooled GPUs. So we've got 2 from EVGA. This is the I don't understand the lineup. We already had the RTX 2080 Ti for the Win 3 Ultra Hydro Copper Gaming. But now we have the RTX 2080 Super for the Win 3 Hydro Copper Gaming, which is not a Ultra Hydro Copper Gaming, so, you know, what's the point? And then we have the RTX 2080 Ti XC Hydro Copper Gaming. So, you know, pick your poison, I guess. I mean, this one doesn't clock as high. I think the Aorus... Oh, no, actually, Nope. The Aorus cards clock the highest as far as water-cooled cards go. So, no? 1770? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, 1770. So, I mean, this is still going to be your best performer. I don't know how overclocking factors in. But anyway, that's water cooling. We're not going to do water cooling today because there's not much news to show. But we've got lots of new regular graphics cards. Lots of new ones. So we're going to talk about those. MSI has had a lot of new parts in this update, and they have some significant additions in the graphics card space as well. So let's scroll down to where the new ones are. And what's great is we really, from MSI, I think we only had their old designs, like these ones with the crazy red shrouds, or maybe you'd get one with a green shroud, or the golden edition, which is not gold, it looks orange. You know, we didn't have a lot from MSI as far as GPUs, so this is good. They needed it. They really needed it. Because, look, it's just a million of these, and, like, if your build doesn't fit with the color, it doesn't work. It ruins it. Oh, they do have a silver one. There you go. 1070 Ti. There you go. Founders cards. No new Founders cards. Nope, sorry. No Founders are RTX 30 series cards. We do have RTX 30 series cards, though. We're going to talk about that very soon. As soon as I get through this gigantic list of graphics cards, because it has gotten so many updates that we just have a stupid big list at this point. Okay, seriously. Where is the end? I'm trying really hard not to scroll too far. Okay, here we go. These are the new ones. Check it out. These colorfuls are new. Okay, great. We got 2080 Advanced V, a 2080 Super Advanced OCV, and a 2080 Super Vulcan X OC. Okay, colorful's interesting. They have some weird coolers. EVGA RTX 2060 SC Ultra, and then EVGA's RTX 2070 Super for the Win 3 Ultra Plus. We've got some AMD cards from Gigabyte, the 5500 XT OC, the 5600 XT WindForce OC, the 5600 XT Gaming OC, the 5700 Gaming OC. Okay, the 5700 XT Gaming OC. You know, you're getting it. We have Gigabyte's Aorus 5700 XT, and then we get into our MSI cards with the RTX 2060 Super Ventus. We've got an RTX 2070 Super Ventus, an RTX 2080 Super Ventus, and then we get into their Trio series with the RTX 2070 Super Gaming X Trio, the RTX 2080 Super Gaming X Trio, the RTX 2060 Super Armor OC, the RTX 2060 Super Gaming X, the RTX 2070 Super Gaming X, and then the big boys, the RTX 3090 Ventus, and the RTX 3090 Gaming X Trio. That's right, no RTX 3080, and definitely no 3070. The 3070 just came out, just went up for sale today in real life. But we have the 3090, so it's interesting. I thought they would introduce the 3090 and 3080 together. They didn't. But that's all of our new graphics cards. Obviously, the two really exciting ones are these two 3090s from MSI. It'll be interesting to see when we get the reference cards. I, of course, secretly would really like a reference RTX 3080, please, because I currently have that in my computer, and I want to build my computer updated. But we're going to go with the RTX 3090 Gaming X Trio right now. Obviously, the top performer and definitely more expensive than the Ventus was in real life. The real cost of this card, I'm trying to think, is probably at least $1,600. $1,500 is kind of the MSRP on the 3090, but the Gaming X Trio was a little more expensive, and it's a bit chunky. Holy moly, we are barely clearing. Wow, we are barely clearing. Oh my god, it's got 2 POS cap, 4 POS caps, and you know that whole thing that happened. Anyway, but 3 power connectors. This might be the first card in PC Building Simulator with 3 power connectors. Maybe? I'm actually not super sure. Hopefully they're running at least 2 separate dedicated cables, or bad things happen. Maybe even 3. I don't know. Not sure. Okay, so there you go. RTX 3090. RTX 30 series is here, at least sort of. Wow, this is a very ugly power supply. Oh my god, sorry, I'm so distracted. It's really ugly though. Hate it. Fractal, what are you doing? But yeah, we've got RTX 30 series. So it's going to be interesting to see how this clocks. And how we do on 3D Mark. So, ooh, that, you know what? This is looking pretty decent right now. I'm excited to see some of the other AIB boards as they get added, graphics cards as they get added, because there's some other cool ones. Like the For the Win 3 from EVGA has got that crazy like rainbow thing up front. I actually think it's kind of an ugly card in general, but the rainbow thing is pretty. You know, you just gotta admit it's pretty. Oh my gosh, SSD, you're so fast. You're so fast, SSD. Okay, so we're gonna get some stuff installed. We will do just like a really quick stock benchmark. We're not gonna do anything crazy. I'm not gonna do any overclocking. We're just gonna kind of check it out, see how we do, and get a quick benchmark score and go from there. We can also, and then I'll go through a couple of the other things that were added, because they added some keyboard, some mice, monitor, and a mouse pad. So we'll look at that as well. And actually, wait, what am I doing? I could put another 3090 in here. Actually, I don't know if I can with this motherboard. That's going to be something we'll have to figure out. Can I? It does fit. It does fit. Okay, sorry. What was I thinking? We got to do it right. I feel like I'm like, it's like showing everything right away, but oh, the SLI thing is so ugly. It did say on the changelog, it's what made me think of it, that the NVIDIA NVLink bridge for RTX 3000 series was added. And I would say that it does not look like the NVIDIA NVLink bridge, but a piece of tape, I guess, you know. Oh my gosh, look at how close these cards are together. That top card, I feel so bad for it. It's gonna just suffocate. Is the bottom card not... Do I not have enough power connectors to... I don't think this power supply can do it. Oh, the power supply definitely can't do it. I mean, 850 watts is definitely not enough. Okay, well, that's the new fractal power supply, but we're not going to use it because there is no way it's ever going to work. Okay, time out. Let's just uninstall this quick. We're going to go for a big boy. In my pursuit to only use new things, yeah. If I even managed to get that connected, that thing was going to blue screen so hard. Power supplies, and what? What's the biggest? What is the biggest? Let's use the new filters. Max. Yes. Okay, min. Sorry, min. Yes, thank you. Let's do, I don't care. Don't really care. EVGAs. That thing is gigantic. It's like the size of an encyclopedia. Okay. All right, you guys know what encyclopedias? Yeah, me neither. Totally never used one. Stupid encyclopedias, so dumb. All right. Hey, it's all connected at least. I hope it doesn't blue screen. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get some stuff just kind of set up, and then we'll do some benchmarking and see how we do. All right, so we got it back together here. 25,917 total. 30,000, just over 30,000 on the graphics. Again, nothing's overclocked or anything. I've just got the XMP settings on the RAM. 14,504 on the CPU. So I wanted to compare that a little bit. So 25,917 compared with this system. This is a 9980XE and two water-cooled 2080 Ti's doing 20,455. So you can see more than 30,000 with two 3090s is beating our graphics score by quite a bit, as expected. And even the CPU beat our 9980XE by a bit. So this is, again, the 10900K at 14,504 over 13,822. So I also want to compare it with the 3950X CPU. This is the graphics score is not comparable, but the CPU, 12,921. Wow, so I guess supposedly the 3950X is actually the best overclocking CPU in PC Building Simulator right now. It must have a lot of headroom over its stock score because the 9980XE does better at stock settings. But still, this might be my best 3D Mark score ever without doing any overclocking, which is kind of to be expected from, you know, like $3,500 worth of graphics cards. What are they priced at? $1,625 in this game. So yeah, not a super cheap system by any means. The CPU is $1,000. That's a little inflated, maybe. Actually, probably not too much. So yeah, yikes, pretty crazy. So I also want to run OCCT quick and just see how we do on temps. And while that's running, I was curious to see how part ranking has been affected by some of these changes. Oh, the new cards aren't in part ranking yet. Oh, I was interested to see if they were like way higher up, but they're not in the part ranking app yet at all. So never mind. Never mind that. Are the CPUs? No. No, they are not. Okay. It's interesting how the part ranking app like kind of lags behind. Okay, because a lot of times the part ranking app kind of decides how things benchmark, so I was curious. Wow, temps, holy cow. Even with a 240 mil AIO. 97C on the CPU. Holy cow, that's 10 cores, and the 3950X stays cooler. Why is that so hot? That seems so hot. Wow, usually the temps are like stupidly low. 63C on each of the 3090s. Yeah, it's not realistic. Like at the very least, well, they'd be hotter than that, but the very least, the top GPU would be much hotter because it's totally got no breathing room. But there you go. And that is the bequiet Pure Base 500DX with the front panel on as well. I do like this case actually being mesh front, having the RGB. You get pretty good looks and pretty good airflow, presumably. So, all right, well, there you go. That is pretty much, actually, what am I saying? It's not everything because there's a couple more things. There's one more thing, one more monitor, the Gigabyte Aorus F127Q, L27Q-P. I don't know, monitors are named dumb, but it's one we have here. It's an Aorus monitor. It's pretty nice. Got RGB in the back. It's pretty classy. We've also got a few new keyboards. This isn't that exciting, but HyperX Alloy Core RGB, the HyperX Alloy Elite 2, the HyperX Alloy Origins Core, not the Alloy Core. Okay, HyperX Alloy Origins, the HyperX Alloy FPS Pro, and then both of these G.Skill ones in black and white are also new. So that's new as far as keyboards. We've got new mouse pads, not the mouse mats, but the small one. There's only one, actually. It's the HyperX Fury Ultra RGB. There you go. It looks like it's probably RGB, and maybe it also wirelessly charges. Who knows? Hard to say. Can't tell. Actually, I should use one of these. What am I doing? We'll use this one. That one looks nice. Yeah, sure. And then we've got a few new mice as well. A bunch from HyperX, if I remember right. The HyperX Pulsefire FPS Pro, the HyperX Pulsefire Raid, the HyperX Pulsefire Dart, which is wireless. And then we've got Corsair Glaive RGB Pro Aluminum with an extended grip, a medium grip, or a plain grip, as well as their Corsair Niceword RGB and the Corsair M55 RGB Pro in white and in black. And that's all the mice. And that's it. That's everything. That's everything new in PC Building Simulator version 1.9. Hopefully you enjoyed and found this useful and interesting. And if you did, and you want to see more useful and interesting videos like this one, be sure to subscribe. And either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.